Hello and welcome again to my channel. Thank you for your love on my last video. In this vlog, I'm taking you through my time in Italy and Switzerland for 4 days. So I'll be showing you Como, Milan and Lugano. Italia 2025! Yeah, at this point we had just arrived in Milan. We're here for my friend's birthday and we found out that we could go to Lugano, Switzerland. So I'm exiting the hotel, going through the streets of Milan because we needed to take a train to Lugano, Switzerland. It's just a 1 hour drive, very scenic view. It didn't take us a long time to get here. Once we got here, we quickly went to the waterfront because Switzerland, this is my second time in Switzerland and it's extremely breathtaking, honestly. You could just feel a sense of peace and calm here. There were a lot of people who were, gathered around this place. I think you could also take this boat if you wanted, but we were not interested in doing that because we had a short time to spend here. So before we went there, we took a couple of pictures here. You see like the mountain in the backdrop. Honestly, Switzerland, I always recommend if you can, please visit Switzerland. It's so clean, it's so nice. We decided to stop for some ice cream and gelato. We took some pictures with the sign. There was some nice people who were really kind and decided to take us picture. This is the birthday girl, and this is the reason why we did this trip in 4 days. We decided to sit by the water. We had some chit chat, and this is also like the video of the boat exiting and going to somewhere else. It was a very nice time here, honestly, even though we spent such a short time. We took some videos and decided to exit. Because the walk to that water was a long walk, we decided to take a bus back to the train station. Like I said, scenic, breathtaking views. Honestly, Switzerland is really, really clean. I definitely recommend going here when you get the chance. At this point, I think we were going back to the train station. We were going to the train station. We took a bus. It was not difficult to find a bus. We just walked a little bit and took a last picture and then exited. So this was us back in Milan. We always go back to that same place, Milano Centrale. All the girls had landed at this point. The birthday girl wanted a spa treat for her birthday. So we decided to go to QC term and we had a 5-hour day here. So at this point, we were just entering the building. You book way ahead of time. So we had done a lot of research before coming here. We saw that it was quite easy to book online. When you get here, they give you this wristband and then you have to go change. And so we're walking to go change at this point. This QC term, they have a couple of locations. And I think I took a picture of some of the other locations. They have one in Budapest. And we quickly changed into our bathrobes because that's the only way you could, use the facilities or the amenities that they had on there. We started to join these people. Honestly, we didn't know what was happening here, but we joined them for a few minutes. Those things that we saw, very, very nice. And it tasted like eating the cloud or eating something like air. This is the QC term itself. So like this is the swimming pool. That water was so hot. I didn't realize that term meant heat. But yeah, this had a room where we had water beds in there. Everything about it felt so relaxing. This room was really relaxing. Of course, there were a lot of couples that were coupled up in this room. It was really nice. I tried as much as possible not take a lot of pictures or videos so that I maintain people's privacy. After a while, we decided to go have some gelato. Of course, when you're in Italy, what do? Eat as many ice cream as possible. This was mango gelato. We just sat by the pool because there were like beds where you can stay. This QC term had a lot of amenities, honestly. After a while, I came here to see because I was already tired. It was really, really hot, but it was very restful. When we were done with the 5 hours day, we decided to go back to center, had some Chinese food, and decided to walk back to the hotel. The hotel was really close to the center, and the birthday girl wanted to go for dinner. So this was us leaving the hotel. Of course, another video of my dress. I really enjoyed my time in Milan, if you couldn't tell. This was an evening dinner. We found this place online. And we decided to take a cab to the venue. As you can see here, this is the popular Duomo. It is one of the biggest cathedrals in the world. I think it's the second in Europe and the 6th largest in the world. And it took them 6 centuries to build this. Please feel free to fact check. So I decided to take a closer view of this. This is my first time seeing the Duomo at night. It's a popular tourist attraction. People tend to come here a lot just to see this popular tourist attraction. To be honest, there's not much to do in Milan, but this is one of the popular things you can see. So we decided to go to the restaurant. It's called Pino. Service everything here was 100/10. We came here close to the period when they were about to close, but they were so nice, took our booking, they let us sit, and I had this lovely pesto pasta with seafood, very delicious. And the birthday girl had a surprise from one of her friends. The staff, so lovely, very, very kind people, and they decided to bring out this lovely cake for her. You see the celebrant again, she was so happy. She was really happy that she had this surprise, and she did some videos for her own TikTok. The food was really good. We really enjoyed everything on the menu, and of course, belly full. We'd enjoyed ourselves. What's next to do? Of course, you dance, and we danced. We take a picture in front of the Duomo. I took a personal shot as well, and I was still enjoying the music because I think what was going on, I think there are like clubs around this place, and so they were playing a lot of music, or they were playing music, and I just kept dancing and enjoying myself. Of course, my tummy was full, but I was just using this to, pass time, and then we all joined together and danced. People were so kind to take videos and pictures of us. At first, some people were looking at us like, why are they dancing? But some people joined in, and I was so surprised. I think this was about 12 a.m. and it was so surprising to see people outside. And then we got back to our hotel after a lovely day. Next day, this was day 3, we were going to the popular Lake Como. So we walked to our train station because we decided to take a train to Lake Como. I do not recommend. I recommend you book a cab if you can, because that experience, honestly, I don't know. But it was a scenic view, very breathtaking, very lovely. Honestly, like everything was just honestly so good. At this point, we were in the train. It was so packed. I honestly couldn't put a picture of it because people's privacy again. We had gotten to Varenna because from Varenna, we needed to take a boat to Bellagio, Lake Como, and another small lake. And at this point, we didn't know what we were getting into. We didn't realize we had gotten here too late, and that we had to book the boat that we needed to take to Lake Como way ahead of time. We didn't factor that in at all. Rookie mistake, so I recommend book everything ahead of time. So, like I said, we didn't know. We're just, taking videos, dancing. But honestly, Varenna was really nice on its own. At this point, we were walking to where the boats will converge, where you're supposed to pay for you and your friend. It's supposed to be like a very big boat, and it will take you to Bellagio. You stop for a bit. It take you to some other lake before you get to Lake Como. So we're trying to approach where the boat was. That's the boat we were supposed to be on, but there was a long queue. And because it was getting so late, they already told us that we wouldn't have been able to get enough. We will not be able to get to all of the cities we wanted. At this point, I was so tired. I just sat down for a bit. We still took some pictures, of course. And Varenna, the views, insane. Very unreal. But of course, all this while we were walking around, we took some more gelato. I don't know how many ice cream we had. We took some pictures. We saw some people who did some pre-wedding shoots here. We sat here for a bit. Some kind stranger took a picture of us. And we started to find our way to Lake Como ourselves. We took a train. We missed one of the train, but eventually we landed in Lake Como. And it just felt so good to eventually get here, because we could have given up, we could have gone back. But when there's a will, there's a way. So we took a picture. And this is once we came out of the train station, eventually we had to walk through this pathway to get to Lake Como city itself. When we got here, almost too late as well, but we saw this really nice lady who was giving us a boat for a discounted amount, which was great. So we took some, but you could only pay cash, so we needed to go withdraw some money, but enjoy the views while we do all of that. So this is a Como Pier. This is where you take the boats from. So all of these small boats, we took one of these boats, and you'll see us in it shortly, but we had already taken the boat at this point. Just enjoy the views. So beautiful, honestly. So while we were on the water, of course, we took some shots, and this was us again, enjoying ourselves. Safe to say that we had such a fun day. So if you could see all of these places, I put a pin here, Villa de S. So some people who come to get married in Lake Como, they do it in all of these huge villas. And the boat we were on, the guy was so nice. He realized we were Nigerians and decided to play Nigerian music for us. So you see us dancing. I couldn't leave the music on because of copyright issues on YouTube, but he just played such good music for us. He connected to our speaker, asked us if we were enjoying ourselves. And look at me, I didn't even wear a life jacket and I was dancing on the boat. But thank God for protecting our lives. But it was such a fun time. It was such a fun time. I'm looking at it, I'm reliving it. I was so happy. When we were done, we decided to go look for some food to eat because we had to take the boat quickly and we didn't eat before getting on the boat. So we found this restaurant, the food 2/10. I don't know, I don't have anything to say about it. And at this point, we took our last picture. People were just looking at us, honestly, because we looked so bright. And then this was us exiting Lake Como, one last shot, and we went back to Milan. This is day 4 in Milan. Of course, one last video from the hotel. And we took a picture together and we decided to go see the Duomo during the day. We took some shots. It was very nice, but I think I preferred the nighttime view of the Duomo. And we took some more shots. It's always crowded, to be honest. It's really difficult to find it entirely free. But I've seen some people take successful photos. And when we decided to also go to Galleria Vittorio because we had some things to buy. Some of us wanted to buy some stuff. And it's always advisable to buy things when you go to Europe because you get tax refund. You get some savings back on the money that you spend. This place was also really packed as well, but we didn't mind. There were a lot of shops, restaurants around, so if you wanted to grab a quick bite, you could do that. And then at this point, I think we were planning to leave, but we got some really good pictures from here. And we decided to leave and then find another round of gelato. This ice cream was also so good, or this gelato was so good. The lady, I don't know, at some point she was serving it differently, but we enjoyed ourselves. And we decided to go to this place. We found it on Google Maps and we decided to go there. It's apparently like a fortress in Italy, Milan. And I just really liked the way it looked, to be honest. It had this nice fountain. I love a fountain. I left this video because I didn't know that guy was doing that at my back. But it was very, very nice. Of course, anyways, where I am, if I hear music, I'm dancing, even though I don't know how to dance. But I still had a fun time. I just decided to take a few more videos about the fountain, just so you can see how scenic this place is. Honestly, Milan was beautiful. We started to take some videos again and we were dancing. We just, everywhere we went on this trip, it was just filled with dancing. It was filled with fun. It was filled with enjoyment. I'm sure Anu had a fantastic birthday. So that was Anu, that was Ronke, and this is Olamide and myself again, 4 of us on this trip together celebrating Anu's birthday. So it was such a good time. It was a good girls trip. I enjoyed myself on this trip and I recommend going to Italy and Switzerland together. One of us, Anu, really likes football, so we decided to go to this Milan stadium. Watch us dancing while I tell you the story of this stadium. So when we got here, we wanted to initially go into the stadium to see, all the things they had there, because we had gone to one in I think Madrid at some point, and it was really nice seeing the athletes, seeing everything, like the memorabilia they had in there. But when we got here, they said, the green grass was rolled back, and as a result of that, we pay just to go see the locker room. And we were like, what? We can't just go in there to see the locker room. So we started to spend the time dancing outside. So as you can tell, we had a good time. We decided to leave. We took some walks to this place. So we found this place on, I think, TikTok. It's called Crazy Pizza. And you'll see why now. The pizza was really tasty. This is what it's popular for. So they play this music. It's just nice. I didn't leave the sound on, but very nice. They have locations in London, they have in Italy, and they have in other places, but everyone waits for this thing that they're doing to happen. It happens every 1 hour intervals. So we're happy that at the time we sat, it was just about to commence. So they would do it inside and then they come outside as well. But they're singing. And if you look at the far end, somebody's spinning pizza. So that's why they call it the home of the spinning pizza or crazy pizza. Yeah, and you see him doing outside again. This girl was not even having it, but we like to see it. So they gave us some fireworks or lighters to hold, just to watch as this guy performs this. At first I thought it was a real pizza, but it was good to see that it wasn't pizza because that wouldn't have been ideal. But it was a good trick that he was doing, and of course he enjoyed himself doing it, and we enjoyed it as well. And this is us on our table, just loving being in Italy, Milan. I recommend you come here when you're in Milan. Crazy Pizza. The pizza was good. I think they have pasta on the menu as well, but we were there for the pizza and we enjoyed it. After his demonstration, we focused on our food. They came out again to do some close to our table. You can see they were also having a swell time themselves. The servers themselves, I think they enjoy it and they know that this is why people come here. So I'm sure they love their time here. Just watch how they're doing this. Yeah, and clap for themselves, of course. You never know who you meet over a slice. That's the pizza that we had. And this was the last clip from that fortress that we had gone to. We just stumbled on that place. So I recommend, even if you go into a city and you don't really know what to do while you're there, just search Google Maps to show you something. And the next day we decided to leave. This was the last two of us. The others had gone, and we had gone to Milan Bergamo Airport, and it was such a fantastic time. Thank you all for watching, your comments on my previous videos. At this point, we were getting to London. It was such a good time. I enjoyed myself. I recommend Italy and Switzerland. Switzerland, always love it. Thank you guys so much for your engagement. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.